Real quick before we do hop into this video, Patrick Mahomes right now is at half a passing yard on prizepicks. Definitely sign up. Use my code DOMG if you guys are not already on prizepicks. It's a free square. You should definitely, hopefully, pass for 1 yard against the Buffalo Bills. So definitely recommend joining. Use it as a free square. I believe it's a $25 max, but don't quote me on that. Usually they have really good promos like this all the time on prizepicks. Definitely recommend joining. Helps me out, helps you guys out. First time deposit match 100% up to $100. Hop on prizepicks. Available in most states. Appreciate you watching. I'll see you guys in the video. What's up, boys? I'm taking a look at some more player props today over on prizepicks. Prizepicks, if you guys don't know, great website for some player props. I personally use it all the time. Definitely use code DOMG when you guys do go ahead and sign up. They match your first deposit 100% up to $100. So yeah, definitely recommend joining prizepicks. The link is in my description. Make sure you guys use code DOMG when you guys sign up, because it helps me out, helps you guys out too. So a lot of you guys have been using my code, so I seriously do appreciate you guys. But yesterday, we played really light on the Patreon. It's $10 a month in the description if you guys are interested. You guys don't have to join or anything. There's also a free Discord down there that we talk about stuff all the time. Completely free to join. We talk about NBA stuff all the time over there. But yeah, if you guys are interested in joining that, you can. But yesterday, I told everyone to play light because usually these short slates are tricky. I told everyone in the video to play light too. But we had a pretty bad beat yesterday. Mitchell Robinson, first half points, killed it. I talked about it in the video. I think he had 9 in the first half. He only needed 4 to push, 5 to hit, and he had 9, so that was huge. But and then Brandon Ingram, he was doing great. I had him over 31.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He didn't get to play the entire fourth quarter because the Knicks decided to get blown out by 20 at home to the Pelicans. Never would have saw that coming. So we lost by 6 points, rebounds, and assists. Didn't play the entire fourth quarter. That sucks. He should have had 6 in the fourth quarter if he played. So because of the Knicks, we ended up losing last night. But yeah, so 0-1 on the Patreon yesterday. 1-1 for the total player props. I literally just did 1 2-pick power play. Usually I do like 2 or 3 and like 5 to 10 props usually. But yeah, let's go ahead and hop into this video here. Yeah, everything's in the description. If you guys are interested in joining the Patreon, that's down there. You guys don't have to join or anything. But Patreon is down there. PrizePicks link is down there, and the free Discord link are all down in the description. And then just make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel. It seriously does help me out. But let's go ahead and hop into this here. I'll be done talking here. So, okay, first up here, we got Joel Embiid. So I've been going back to this quite a lot, and I actually took a break off of the Orlando game because I thought it was going to blow out, and he destroyed it, dude. He had like 20 of their first 22 points in this game or something like that. It was insane. But he dropped 50 on Orlando, so... But he needs 30 today against the Los Angeles Clippers, and this is a guy who's been killing it. I'm not sure if this is a day where I'm going to take a break. I'll talk about that in a second from Joel Embiid. But he's at 29.5, so... He's hit this in 9 out of his last 10 games. He had 36 against the Clippers last season, and he is 55% hitting this on the season. So 9 out of 10 in his last 10, pretty awesome. So we might ride the wave here on Joel Embiid. But center going against the Los Angeles Clippers. The only thing that's kind of worrying me is the point spread a little bit and the over/under of 213. It's kind of worrisome a little bit. But he's going against Zubac, which I don't think is that great. So we'll take a look at it though. So center points going against the Los Angeles Clippers, and we'll see where they're at. So the Clippers are a little bit on the easier side here. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they're the 10th easiest to the center position all season long. They've allowed the 10th most points. In the last 7 games, they've allowed the 3rd most points to the center position. This is one that I might end up taking at the end of the night. So on the Patreon, my official picks that I make at the end of the night, usually I only take like 1 or 2 from the video. I usually don't do, I make my final cuts for the day. I usually take like 1 or 2. So just keep that in mind. Do your own research from this video. So if you guys like something, look into it a little bit more. I'm not telling you guys to necessarily take any of these. I'm telling you guys maybe take a look into these. So hopefully that kind of makes a little bit of sense. But yeah, center going against the Clippers looks pretty good for Joel Embiid. I mean, they're allowing the 3rd most points to center position in the last 7 games. Only thing that's a little bit worrying is the over/under. It's really not that big. I'm not sure how many points he's going to score, and the spread is kind of low, or is kind of high. So I don't know. I'm still kind of liking this matchup a little bit for Joel Embiid, a guy who's hit it 9 out of the last 10 games. So one other one I want to take a look at here is Grayson Allen. So Grayson Allen here, he's at 10 points. So the Bucks are entirely healthy now. So that's big. Because Grayson Allen, he's not going to get very much usage when you got Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, and Giannis all healthy. So that's something to definitely note. Over-under is really big, though, which kind of sucks for taking unders, but the point spread is 10.5, which is really good. So we like to see that. No Lonzo Ball or Zach LaVine, so that might hurt a little bit too. So we can take a look at this one, but let's take a look at shooting guard going against the Chicago Bulls. Oh, by the way, this website right here is called RotoWire NBA starting lineups, and this one is called FanDuel defense versus position. So just so you guys know that. So the Bulls are the third hardest to this shooting guard position, which is really good. Last 7 games, though, with everyone else being out, they're a little bit on the easier side. So with Ball and LaVine out, it's not very good. So I don't know. This is one I'm kind of still on the edge about. So I'm wondering if this will pull up on StatMuse. So Grayson Allen game log with Middleton, Giannis, and Holiday. Let's see if this pulls up. Okay, that pulled up. All right. So yeah, 9 points, 9 points, 18, 15, 5, 4, 3, 2, 5, 10, 12, 8, 8, 6. So as you can see, he really has not hit this very, very much. I mean, he pushed there, hit once. He hit 3 times and up to down here. So that's what, 3 out of his last, like, maybe 12. I'm not going to count that. It's like probably 3 out of the last 12 with all these guys healthy. So that's a really good look. The only issue is that the Bulls defense has gotten a lot worse with Zach LaVine and Lonzo Ball out. So, like, season long, they've been really good. But now you got to kind of take into account that either Lonzo Ball or Zach LaVine would be guarding Grayson Allen. Probably Zach LaVine. But here's a 10-point spread, which is really nice. But I don't know. This is one I'm kind of on the edge about. I definitely do like it, but I think almost the Bulls' injuries are what's keeping me away from this one. But it's definitely worth looking into, especially with his numbers when everyone else is healthy. So, okay, let's take a look at another one here. So let's go ahead and go to one that I took the other night, and it worked out pretty well. And that is Bradley Beal. But this time he's up to 6 assists. I liked him at 5.5 assists. If you guys can get him at 5.5 assists, that'd be great. But we got him at 6 assists right here. So he's got 9, 6, 7, 6, and 5 in his last 5 games. So he's 6 for 8 in his last 10 games. He's had 2 pushes. He's had 4, 7, and 7 in 3 games this season versus the Toronto Raptors. And he's 59% hitting this on the season. So take that all into account. But let's take a look at this matchup here. So right here, shooting guard going against the Toronto Raptors. Wizards healthy. This game should hopefully not blow out. 1 point spread right there. 218.5 over under. So shooting guard going against the Toronto Raptors. So let's take a look at season assists versus the Raptors. And the Raptors are on the easier side. That's probably what, 10th? 10th easiest-ish. Assists. Most assists allowed to the shooting guard position. I like to pay attention to more where they rank among other teams, not just the number. So last 7 games, they have been even easier. So this is a pretty good spot for Bradley Beal to go ahead and hit this over. They do not have a very good shooting guard assist defense. He has hit this already twice out of his 3 games against the Toronto Raptors this season, and that was the 2 latest matchups too. And he's 6 out of 8 at hitting this in his last 10 games. So I like Bradley Beal here at 6 assists. So okay, let's take a look at another assist one. Then we have a threes prop. So let's take a look at this here. Let's go ahead and go with Ja Morant. Let's take a look at his assists here. So 7.5. This is definitely an interesting one. He just dropped 14 on Milwaukee. So that's huge. So 6 out of 10 in his last 10 games. He's at 8 and 6 versus Denver this season. So he's 1 for 2 at hitting this on the season. So this one will likely end up being a sweater. But he's still in a pretty good spot if it shows us that. So 3-point spread, 225 over under here. So point guard going against Denver. Love the point spread. Or the spread is okay. We love the over under. Here though, so point guard versus Denver. Let's take a look at assists here. Okay, season assists versus Denver. So Denver's allowing the 4th most point guard assists in the league this season. So last 7 games, Denver's gotten a lot better, but they're still a bit on the easier side. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they're 9th easiest. They're allowing the 9th amount of assists, 9th most amount of assists in the last 7 games to the point guard position. So I'm liking this for Ja Morant for sure. Considering what he's done lately, he is 1 for 2 against them this season. I think it's a pretty good spot though. 6 out of 10 in his last 10, coming off a 14 assist matchup with all these different guys out. So I'm liking John Morant a little bit tonight against the Denver Nuggets for sure to grab 8 assists. So okay, last one here. Let's take a look at Patty Mills, 3-pointers. So all right, so this one's a little bit interesting. He's hit 4 for 4 in his last 4 games. So 4 out of 5 in his last 5. He's 6 for 10 in his last 10 games, 56% on the season, and he had 3 in his last matchup versus the Spurs. So let's take a look at this here. So Spurs game here. Where's he at? Oh, he's not starting. I forgot he's not starting because Kyrie is in the lineup. He's still been hitting this, so even with Kyrie in, and there's no KD, so KD still out. So let's take a look at shooting guard 3-point makes against the Spurs here. So, all right, 3-point makes against the Spurs right here. So a little bit on the easier side. So I'm not sure if I'm necessarily looking into it. I completely forgot Mills is not a starter. Yeah, I forgot about that with Kyrie out. So I'm not sure if I necessarily want to take this. I hate taking non-starters, to be honest. I only take them a little bit. But, so they're on the easier side, though. It's a really good matchup here. Patty Mills, pretty much a 3-point shooter. And didn't just a 3-point shooter, but they've actually been a lot better. Yeah, maybe I'm not going to touch this one. I think personally I'm not going to touch this one. They've been a lot better last 7 games. And he's not starting in the lineup, so I completely forgot about that. This might be one I don't want to touch. It is a really good looking game though. Over under 233, 1-point spread. This could be a potential really good game for some overs, but this is one I'm just gonna stay away from. But the other 4 I'm liking a lot today. So I think the other 4 are pretty good. So the other 4 were Embiid over 29.5, Grayson Allen under 10, Bradley Beal over 6 assists, John Morant over 7.5 assists. If I had to rank them, I'd probably go Embiid, then John Morant, then Beal, then Grayson Allen, I think. And then probably Patty Mills on the bottom. So for those wondering. But yeah, I think that's pretty much going to do it, man. I appreciate you watching. Get videos name. If you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn post notifications. Those are the things that help me out. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.